All right, guys, it's XXL Men time, and we are back in the animated series universe, and we're talking about Captive Hearts tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Jace, and the other host, Jace.
Hi. Okay, I have to admit something. I have been infected with the giggles because we were cracking jokes before this, and they were a tad bit inappropriate. So I'm a little giggly right now, and I do apologize. I will try to recycle as many of those jokes as I can in a family-friendly manner.
Captive Hearts is the meme episode, isn't it? I mean, that's what we all know.
It is. You get so many meme moments from this episode. Wolverine is a pervert.
Yeah.
Wolverine is a pervert. His behavior is questionable.
It is a little bit, eh? And they don't shy away from it either. It is a lot of things.
Oh my gosh. He's basically like he is one step away from like pleasuring himself to a photo of Jean and Scott at one point.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god. And then he even like he even contemplates murdering Scott at one point, going, I could kill you right now, but it would make Jean really sad.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you need help. Yeah. You need help.
I don't like how Jean Grey comes off of this episode. I've got to be honest with you. They basically just made her a hapless victim in this one.
Okay, you want to see my impression of Jean Grey in this episode? Here we go. Here we go.
Exactly.
Oh, Scott!
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
I could just see her like after Taco Bell night sitting on her toilet, just going, ah! And then falling down.
It's a filler episode. I'm just going to put it out there.
Okay, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is very bad.
Grandma being the strongest villain. Sleep.
We need to be down here with all the other freaks. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you, Grandma. Go upstairs. I don't want to. The sun is a deadly laser.
My moment at the end where Storm punches her in the face was the greatest moment.
Oh my god, that was great.
She takes her out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We're dealing with the Morlocks. Someone says, out of the way, Morlocks, like, a bit on the nose for me.
Just a smidge. It does make me like episode 5 of X-Men 97 all the more because we see the Morlocks freaking die in that episode, and it's not hinted that they're dead. It's like, oh no, boom. There's they're dead. There's their dead bodies. They're dead. Yeah, I like that episode even more now. Yeah, this was bad. There was another really funny part in that episode though, and that was whenever the shapeshifter was pretending to be Scott's dead body, and Wolverine comes, let's take him back in pieces, and he like sticks his claws in the air, and the imposter just goes, ah!
and runs off.
That was funny. That was funny. That was the rest of the episode is just really bad.
There's a lot of him in this episode, but what we do get to see is him enjoying so much torturing his crew in the danger room. He seems to be getting off on it. I'm sorry. I know that's gross, but
there's a lot of
torturing those guys.
There's a lot of very troublesome behavior from the males in this episode. I will say that. And it's very troubling. Yeah.
Dysfunctional. And they continue, I notice in this episode too, to not be that strong as a team unit.
And not that competent either.
No, that's the better term, competent.
I love that scene at the end whenever Professor X looks at Storm, you proved yourself quite valuable in the field, and she goes, everyone almost died, Charles.
Yes.
Were you watching the same show as we, or were you watching Wildcats on the other network? What the heck?
I think Professor X under that chair's got a little.
You mean we're not the Wildcats? When did that happen? Oh my God, we're terrible.
Yeah, look, it's a goofy and forgettable episode in the fact that you weren't running to the schoolyard to talk about this episode after it played. I think you were just going, Transformers.
Yeah. Oh, hey, did you guys see that latest episode of the X-Men? Let us never speak of it. Never speak of it again.
Yeah, like it is pretty well kind of because there's no big players in it really. As the villains go, they're throwaway villains in many ways.
Yeah. Literally, by episode 5 of X-Men 97, they were totally throwaway.
Exactly, and it's probably their message to this episode. So I find it ironic that this becomes the meme episode. This is you see that picture of that thumbnail to bring it up, and we all know what that is. And I gotta say, one of the great marketing things they did with Deadpool Wolverine was to have Hugh Jackman doing that.
Yes. Kind of surprised they didn't put that in the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, it's the thing is we're going to expect this kind of iffy episodes from 90s cartoons.
Oh yeah, especially first season. The first season was questionable. Let's just put
questionable. I mean, it's like we do another really great review show here on gargoyles.
Yes,
and that's good. That's really good. But there are questionable episodes every now and again.
Not this questionable. Not yet. One's
not
coming.
This season we're watching, but the first season was questionable.
There is a questionable episode coming, like way towards the end of this season, of the second season. But even that one's not as questionable as Captive Hearts, which sounds like a bad romance movie.
It does sound like a bad romance. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, it does.
It's like something my mother would read.
Look, it's just, we've got an old age gypsy woman who's the star of it. We've got a grey guy with his face melting off. We got, I thought was the Blob in the beginning, but was just a big, bald meathead.
And don't forget, we have Leech. Leech is here to help you. Leech is here. Leech cannot use pronouns. Pronouns are too woke for Leech.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, Leech is somebody that we get to see a bit more of, though, don't we? He doesn't really live in... I thought we got a bit more of Leech.
We might. I don't know. Like I said, I remember so little from the show because I have not rewatched it since the 90s. I know Leech showed up in X-Men 3, The Last Stand.
Yes.
That movie.
Questionable anyway. So we've hit a bump in the road with this episode of X-Men, the animated series, but it is the first season. And we are very early on in this series. We're only at episode 5. And we know there is some absolutely blockbuster episodes coming out of the series. I look forward to watching them.
When?
Coming on, I don't know, season 3, I think.
We only have to wait 2 more guys, like Star Trek The Next Generation.
My cereal going, oh my God, this is amazing. But yeah. But it's worth the journey, my friend. It's worth
the journey. Sometimes you got to wait a couple of seasons before they hit their stride. Like I said, Star Trek The Next Generation, you can skip the first 2 seasons if you want.
Yeah, Star Trek from The Next Generation, in essence, season 3, in my opinion, is when they all fire up.
Yeah, well, they had a couple of
maybe Voyager. Maybe don't count with the Voyager, maybe as much, but season 3 is a definitely improvement for Enterprise.
Oh, every episode of season 3 was
amazing. Discovery season 3, I really liked that.
Yeah,
and on you go. But we'll be back soon on XXL Men to go into the next episode of X-Men the Animated Series, which I have no idea what it's called, Jason.
Oh my goodness, you don't know what it's called? No. It is called Cold Vengeance, and I think that's when Mr. Freeze shows up.
Okay. Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze. You heard me.
Someone didn't copyright that
I think I'm in the wrong show, Batman.
Exactly. Somebody give me a lawyer.
Can you tell me where I can find Gotham City? Gotham City. I don't know where you can find Gotham City. Why do you sound just like me?
We'll find out with some Cold Vengeance, which sounds so kid-friendly.
Oh, yeah. Mom, just like Captured Hearts.
Some Cold Vengeance. Yeah, Captured.
Cold Vengeance, the sequel to Captured Hearts.
It's such a great 80s B-grade action title.
Scott and Jean were in love. But
know there's got to be a movie out there made in 1987 with some C-grade action star called Cold Vengeance. That movie exists somewhere. It has to, right? And if it hasn't, I'm making it.
Cold Vengeance. Let's see.
I feel like it's got to have a title of something.
There's a 1935 Western, but it's also known as The Dawn Rider.
Oh.
I don't think this title has been used.
Well, I'm telling you, somebody better lock that down.
Cold Vengeance is a Legend Films version of Lone Star's Dawn Rider. And this is the
Oh.
US version.
Well,
Interesting.
being 90 years old, I don't think we would have a problem with using that title.
It's a John Wayne movie. John Wayne. We're here and we're gonna get ourselves some cold vengeance right after we have our hearts captive, Pilgrim.
Hey, I'm so old that they used to play John Wayne films on a Saturday afternoon here when I was a little boy, and I watched them. We'd either get on a Saturday afternoon, we'd either get Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis films, Abbott Costello, or westerns. A lot of John Wayne westerns.
I have elderly parents, and that's all that's ever on their TV. So.
All right, I think we'll end on that note before we get any further down there. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time on XXL Men.